with 5 Academy, and today we're going to be going over how to utilize your Christmas break to study for your next ACT. Our first way to utilize your time is to start studying now. So, with Christmas break, there's perfect amount of time between then and your next February ACT. So, go on and start studying. I suggest taking 2 to 3 months before your next ACT and studying concepts and fundamentals. The ACT is going to test you on years and years of knowledge that they expect you to have, and so cramming in a week or a month even before can be stressful. Our second way to utilize your time is to stay organized. So, staying organized is not only just a general great study habit, but also the ACT has lots of material. So, being able to keep it organized so that way you can have focused studying whenever you're studying over break can help you feel more productive. I like to do this through lists, flashcards, planners, because I like to be able to check things off and also hold physical copies of what I need to be doing. Our third way to utilize time is to start understanding the sections and requirements of each section. So you can Google the requirements for each section and the time limit for each as well. You can also take practice tests over break, which you might want to do, just try out the time limit. Or you can just Google on your phone and say, how long do I have to take this? What's the suggested rate of questions per minute that I should be answering on this section of the ACT? It's great general knowledge, and even if you're just scrolling on your phone, you can make your Netflix show small and be on Google looking at answers for the ACT. Our fourth way to optimize your time is to spread out your studies. Don't just study everything on the first day or the last day or any day of Christmas break. Take 30 minutes to an hour every day over break. Set goals for yourself. Say you want to study English on Monday and Tuesday, and then on Friday and Thursday, study math, and then take a little break on Wednesday. Things like that. Just spread yourself out. Make sure you're managing your time while still looking at every section before your February ACT. Our fifth way to utilize your time is to not set unrealistic goals. If you waste all of your time saying, I want a 36 immediately on the reading section of the ACT, never studied it, and not good at reading, knowing that, then that's very unrealistic and it can cause you to be unmotivated. And you also wasted time just taking a practice test to see what you get. Every time you take a test, maybe say 1 or 2 points higher and keep going through break. See how much growth you can do in just 2 weeks. Our sixth way to utilize your time is to take a practice exam towards the beginning of break, or if you've recently taken an ACT, write down what you're weaker at, what you're strong at, and focus on things you're weaker at during break. 2 weeks is a perfect amount of time to focus on maybe English or math if you're not as good at those. Math and English are going to test more on concepts that you've already been taught in school, while reading and science are based more on the passages that they give you. Our seventh way to utilize your time during Christmas break is to study with friends. And I know that sounds crazy, but hey, you might want to see your friends over Christmas break. And even if you're together for like 5 hours, if you take out 30 minutes of that to study for the ACT, it's going to help you retain information better because naturally, whenever you teach someone, you're able to understand the content better and apply the concepts. Plus, hanging out with your friends is a great way to make studying fun. Our eighth way to utilize your time is to utilize your resources. So if you have an ACT book, that's great. Study that, look at the concepts, look at the question types that they ask you, and be familiar with those. But also there's Google. If you don't have that, you can Google online help. You can look at concepts online. You can do all of these things online now. 5 Academy has a YouTube channel, obviously, and we also have a link down below with tutors and free practice tests. Our ninth and eighth rule go hand in hand. So utilize the time that you're given. If you're in a plane going somewhere, or if you're on a long car trip, if you're just sitting around your house doing nothing, take at least a little bit of that time and put it towards your ACT. You'd be amazed at how much you can get done in a short amount of time and how much it'll help improve your school. Our 10th rule is probably the most important way that you can utilize your time over the holidays, and that's to stay motivated. So I know the holidays are not a time where many want to do school, but since there's no extra added on work from school or extracurriculars, it can be a great time to set aside maybe 30 minutes a day, like I said earlier, and just study for the ACT. Stay motivated with things like rewarding yourself after you study, or hanging out with friends after you study, or even hanging out with friends while you study, like I mentioned earlier, but also keeping your mind on the bigger picture. You're taking the ACT for a reason. You have goals or you have ambitions after high school, or you're just taking it because your parents said to. Either way, there is a goal in mind, and there's always going to be a score that you want. So study hard, work hard, and stay motivated. Staying motivated is half the battle to getting your score that you want. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas.